Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today on the COVID podcast, we're going to talk about supplements, how to choose the right supplements, how not to waste your money, and we're going to focus on prevention. Check out my next few episodes where we're going to talk about actual options for what supplements to take if you come down with a viral illness or COVID. But for today, we are simply focusing on prevention for babies and kids. My name is Dr. Anna Maria Temple. I'm your holistic pediatrician on call. My mission is to help inspire, educate, and empower families to raise healthy children in this COVID-y world. As you guys have seen from my previous episodes, my family and I came down with COVID at Christmas, which inspired this whole COVID podcast to help other families navigate this difficult and anxiety-provoking situation a little easier. One housekeeping thing is that when I made this video originally, it was actually for Instagram. So you're going to see a lot of links. You're going to be tempted to click on them. They were for Instagram only. I'm going to include all the links in my caption below this video. I hope it's not too confusing. Thanks so much for understanding.
Without further ado, let's get into supplement basics. Now, of note, these supplements are for the immune system and for COVID-specific things. If you're looking for general other things like vomiting, constipation, anxiety, reflux, feel free to grab my Holistic Pediatric Manual that is going to give you a bunch of natural options and holistic approaches to common childhood illnesses from A to Z. All right, the first question that I get all the time is, how come supplements are so expensive? I don't have enough money for these. I can't afford them. So let's do this. Number one, being alive and having a strong immune system does not require supplements. The majority of us have supplement FOMO. How do you know you have supplement FOMO? Yeah, you open your cabinet and you see about 3 or 4 bottles of supplements. You can't remember when you bought those, or you can't remember why, or you've taken a couple and are not sure if they did anything, or you even taken them correctly. Could this be you? Also, the FDA does not regulate supplements. So what you see on the grocery shelves in your Amazon store, it's a free-for-all. You don't even know if the supplements that you are getting, according to the bottle, is actually what is inside that bottle, or that they're free of chemicals or heavy metals or any other pesticides or chemicals. It is very confusing. And because most of us have supplement FOMO, we're always searching for the cheaper alternative, turning to, well, over-the-counter, Costco. Love my Costco, just not for supplements. And we turn to Amazon. Love Amazon for shoes and office supplies, not supplements. So we end up buying a lot of stuff that we think we need, when in fact is inferior quality, is not even doing anything, and you just basically wasted your money thinking you're doing something good. Supplement shopping is kind of like shopping for clothes. You've heard stylists say over and over again, stop buying cheap jeans that always make you a little frumpy or a little less, and you're always searching for that fun, amazing pair of jeans at a bargain price, and you end up buying 100 pairs that kind of make you look average, rather than buying one amazing brand, paying a lot more. I'm not even saying a little, paying a lot more, but they make your butt look just so, your thighs just so, and you walk into a room and everybody stops. We're like, we're not going to buy, I'm just going to buy 70 pairs of jeans in the quest for the one. Same thing with black trousers or a nice sweater. Anyway, so supplements, we want to spend money on some quality, have a few, only a few, and use them wisely. Also, we're always searching for the right supplement at the right price when Mother Nature has already put the vitamins and minerals that we need in our actual food, not in the packaged garbage. It is in all the plants. That's why the Plant Point Challenge is going to be starting tomorrow. So I hope you're ready. I hope you've downloaded your PDF and are ready for this challenge, which is amazing. But just remember, like vitamin C is in your red peppers, in guava, in strawberries, in oranges. Omega-3s are in our sardines. Vitamin D, sardines, salmon. Vitamin A in fatty fish as well, and carrots. And iron is in livers and red meats. Of course, you get it in leafy green vegetables. So we have at our fingertips tons of minerals and vitamins, but changing our lifestyle is hard and buying supplements is easier. Another thing that I hear a lot of is, hey, Dr. T, I understand. I know that my child needs to eat more plants and they need to eat more variety, but they're really picky. They have a selective palate. They're whiny. They're annoying. They won't eat what I put in front of them. What do we do? Are you guys ready? I've made this super easy for you, and it is now at 99 cents. Can you stand this for a second? No. The new version of my book, which used to be called The Rule of Five, is coming out right now, and it's available, and it's called Healthy Kids in an Unhealthy World, which you guys helped me select the cover, and it's now available on Kindle for 99 cents, so no excuses, 99 cents. In it, in chapter 2, I talk about picky eater. In chapter 4, I talk about plan points. You need to grab your copy right now because prices go up in a week when this whole sale is over. This is the second edition of the Rule of Five, but we've changed the cover and we've changed about 50% new material is added to the book. If you already have my other book, I would love for you to buy this book and give it to somebody who needs a little help because it takes a village to raise healthy kids. Great, awesome information, but how do we select if we want basic supplements? Which ones do we get and how do we select them? The supplement selection has to be from a company that does third-party testing, which means the company hires another company to make sure that what it says that it's on the bottle is actually in the bottle and that the supplements are free of pesticides, herbicides, heavy metals, and so on. How do you know that a supplement company has third-party testing? Well, you ask for the certificate of analysis, which is what I do for all the supplements that I use. And ready, here's another awesome announcement. Because life's so confusing, I thought I'd make it a little easier. And my own supplement line is ready. Not right now. It's almost ready. But in order, so you know that I've already done all the work for you, we've created a whole line that has my seal of approval. So just sign up for my newsletter and you will get dibs on when the store opens because we're going to have major sales, which will, again, help with the price issue that you guys have asked me about. For babies, nursed babies need to be on vitamin D from day 1 of birth. If the baby is formula fed, they have to take supplemental vitamin D until they take about 32 ounces per day of formula that is fortified with vitamin D. In nurse babies, if the mom is taking a minimum of 6,500 international units of D, the baby is getting about 400 international units of vitamin D. I recommend that the vitamin D is in an oil format, no food coloring, no sugar. It should just be vitamin D in an oily base. That's it. Those are all the ingredients. And I prefer that the D3 comes with K2. The K2 enhances the absorption of the vitamin D. In babies, whether they're born via C-section or vaginal delivery or at home, I recommend all babies go on a probiotic that contains B. infantis. B. infantis is a key probiotic to gut health that has been shown that has been absent in American babies because over time, due to our standard American diet, the B. infantis have left mama's guts, which then therefore is not going to be in baby's guts. So all babies should be on a probiotic. At this time, I really enjoy either Visbiome, which is a liquid dropper, or Clear Labs infant probiotic that are to be started soon after birth so we can provide the baby with the best fight against chronic disease that we can. And it also helps prevent COVID. Viral illness prevention for older kids begins with plants. You got it. Plant variety and less garbage and more whole foods. We're going to do vitamin D. Vitamin D is very difficult to get from the diet unless your child is chomping down on some serious sardines. The same kind of vitamin D, one that is one ingredient. So vitamin D in an oil format with no food coloring, no additives, no taste. Forget the gummies. They're like the worst. Because it has so many more additives. I know it's easier than the liquid. Liquid is my preferred. And for dosing, please go to my full script site, link right here, where I do dosing for all different age groups because not all kids get the same dosing. Omega-3 is my next must-have supplement to prevent viral illness because it's an essential fatty acid, which means that we need it in our bodies, but our bodies doesn't make it, so we need to get it from our diet. Since majority of my patients and people following me do not eat a lot of fish, this is needed in a supplement format. Cod liver oil is the most economical way to actually get this. A lot of people don't want to do the oil because it might have a little taste and they're looking for the gummies. Gummies are very expensive. They have barely any amount of omega-3s. It's basically a waste of your time. You're thinking you're doing something when in fact you're not. So I usually prefer that you get the cod liver oil and you put it in a smoothie or in a concoction. Elderberry syrup is a brilliant way to mask the taste, which most kids actually don't mind. What about zinc? A lot of people ask me about zinc. I don't generally use zinc as a preventative supplement that you have to have every day. Again, I prefer that you get it from food. I use it in kids that have recurrent illnesses. They've had 1,000 colds, they've had RSV, they have the stomach bug, and the parents are just kind of tired of it. I will use zinc. But if the child has otherwise been doing really great, it's not one that I use usually. You don't want to use zinc for a prolonged period of time. And we're talking about like 6 or 9 months without getting your child's levels of copper checked. I don't use vitamin C as a regular supplement, as prevention for my kids or even in my clinic really, because I focus on plants and making sure we get our vitamin C from actual plants before we go to school and in their lunchbox. Lastly, probiotics. Probiotics can be needed or not needed. Again, if we have a lot of plant variety in our body, we will create a microbiome inside our children's gut that does not need this expensive supplement. Great options and inexpensive options for probiotics are going to be sauerkraut, pickles, kimchi, kefir, yogurts. All these have probiotics. And if you have these variety of foods in your child's diet daily, you can forego the supplement. If your child has had a lot of recurrent issues with antibiotics or recurrent illnesses or constipation, great probiotics are designed for health and Clear Labs. And you can click in to my store to get a link for supplement protocols. Many people try to save tons of money on probiotics and they'll get one from the store, which is not third-party tested as a general rule. So most likely the stuff that you're getting in that bottle is not even alive. So you just pooped out a bunch of money. Lastly, what about multivitamins? I have a whole video on multivitamins link here, so you guys can take a look at me going to the stores and where I discuss it in depth. And what do I use in my household for my children for prevention? My family is on Juice Plus. They've been taking Juice Plus for 12 years. They take a vitamin D and an omega-3. Those are the supplements that my children take on a regular basis to prevent viral illness. Then we started our wellness journey 12 years ago, and I started changing their diets. I was like, well, it can't be wrong to add more fruits and vegetables to their diet. So I looked into Juice Plus. I looked at all their medical studies that were done in children and adults. And in fact, they have about 4 different studies related to immune system and decreasing the rates of cold and congestion in healthcare workers and students. And we've been using it ever since with great success. I'll leave the link here so you can take a look. Another simple, inexpensive trick is X-Layer nose spray, and to use it before the kids go to school and when they come home from school, like wash hands, spray nose. Moisturizing the nasal mucosa decreases the chances of viral particles to invade our bodies. X-Layer also has xylitol and grapefruit seed extract, which are great additions and have antiviral properties, so we can decrease the risk of getting infected, especially I probably use in the first couple weeks that the kids return to school. In summary, for viral prevention, we're going to focus on whole foods, plants, some organic animal products. And don't forget your environment. Don't forget movement, sunshine exposure, de-stress, and good sleep. Choose a couple of supplements wisely. Invest in them rather than let me see what's on sale at Walmart. Invest in a couple of good ones and your wallet will thank you and your child is going to be a lot healthier.
This video was helpful to you and your family so you can navigate this very confusing world of supplements a little easier with less wasting money and time and a lot more wellness. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave me comments below, and stay tuned for my next video where I'm going to talk about how to help treat or empower the immune system should your child come down with a viral illness or a COVID.